Hello everyone, my name is Yuvraj, and in this video I will share with you the entire process on how I built this awesome, super smooth, award-winning animation in Webflow. So this is the animation we're going to copy today, and this animation, guys, is really cool, so smooth, and it looks really beautiful. Thanks to unbench.us, you can check out the website right away. So it took me around 4 hours to build this simple looking design, and I tried my best to make this video as short as possible but still covering all the important steps. So obviously I'm not going to share all the 4 hours process because there were a lot of trial and errors and a lot of small things missing in all of that. You might discover that in your initial build as well. So if you want to save all this time, if you want to save hours of time, 4 to 5 hours of your time, and just want to copy paste this awesome award-winning animation in your projects in Webflow, I will share with you how you can do just that later in this video. For now, let's enjoy the video and hopefully it helps. Let's create the preloader animation section first. Let's add a section and name it section preloader. Add a padding div in it, and let's name it a padding section large. We won't need a padding global div as we want the running circles to appear from beyond the viewport. Let's give padding to padding section large to get the circle in the middle of the screen. We'll add 50 virtual height to top and 50 virtual height to bottom to get started. We will change the values later to make sure it appears in the center. Let's add a div and name it running circle. Let's give it a width of 15 rem and a height of 15 rem. You know what? Let's add a color to the section first and then we'll move on to the next step. For colors, I always use Color Hunt website as they have really beautiful color palettes. We'll choose a shade of green. Obviously, we don't want to copy the entire website. So come down to the radius and make it 50 rem to convert the square div into a circle. Let's give it a border of 0.8 rem for now. Let's add a div block in the running circle div and make the eyes of the circle. We'll name it eyes div. Make running circle into a flex box, align center, and then duplicate the eyes div. Let's give it a color black, radius to 50 rem. Come up and let's give it a width of 2 rem and a height of 2 rem. Now let's adjust the position of the eyes to get it just over the center position. We will give them a bottom margin of 3.5 rem. Let's see how it looks. And yeah, it looks great. Now let's add one more div block to preload content div. And we'll give it a name text number wrapper. Let's add a text block. We'll name it text loading. Let's add one more div block which will contain our numbers. Let's name it numbers container. We will give it an h2 heading, give it a class and adjust the color and font size. Let's add numbers. Let's add 15%, copy the heading block, add 38%, copy the heading block, add 82%, copy one more time and add 100%. Now we want the number to appear and move up, showing the next number and hiding the previous number. Kinda like the mask effect, as if there's something up and below the number which hides them. To make this effect, we'll wrap the numbers container inside a wrapper div. Let's add a div block and name it numbers wrapper. Now let's go to the numbers wrapper and give it a height of 3 rem. 3 rem because the height of our text or font is 3 rem. We can leave the width to auto. Also set it to overflow hidden. Now let's animate the numbers. We'll select numbers container, go to interactions, add a new page loading animation, and let's give it a name numbers move up. While selecting numbers container, we'll add move and set it to initial position. Add one more move action And as we want the previous number to go up and the next number to appear, we'll give it a value of minus 3 rem on y-axis. 3 rem because the height of our text and or font is 3 rem. Let's add one more move action, and this time let's add minus 6 rem. Add a final move action and let's give it a value of minus 9 rem. Let's preview the animation, and yeah, it looks great. It's a bit slow, so let's play with duration and ease in out presets. I will select in out cubic and the duration of 0.2. Let's preview it, and yeah, it looks too fast. So let's add a delay of 0.5 to each number and change the duration to 0.4. Let's preview it to see how it looks, and it looks pretty good. We'll play around with the values later on to get it just right. Now the numbers animation is done. Now let's go to the text number wrapper and make it a flex box. Align center and justify to left with a gap of 11.75 rem. Let's change the width and height of the main section to 100% instead of virtual width and virtual height. Let's check the breakpoint real quick. Select text number wrapper and make it absolute to stick to the bottom of the page. Click position bottom. Now let's add the animation to the running circle. Let's go to the interaction panel and choose a new page load animation. We will name it the running circle animation. So in this case, we would like the circle to go from right to left. So to move the running circle from right to left, we will choose the move action from the transfer menu. Let's set the initial state to 0 for now. Let's add one more move action, and this time we'll give it a value to x-axis around 90%. Now let's add one more action and let's select the rotate this time to rotate the eyes while the circle moves from point A to B. We will set 0 as the initial state. Now let's add one more rotate action, and this time we will give it a z-axis a value of 500 degree. Let's add the duration to 1.5 seconds to all the values. Now let's see how it looks. If we add the in and out cubic preset, it doesn't look good. So we'll just continue with the linear reset preset, and as the initial state, let's change the value x-axis from 0 to minus 19 rem. So we hide the circle from the viewport, and it feels like it's coming from the outside the screen. Let's publish it and see how it looks. It looks great, but there's a problem with the screen size. So we will adjust the screen viewport size. Right now we have applied it to 100% width and 100% height. So let's go to the section preload and change the width to 100 virtual width and 100 virtual height. Let's publish and see how it looks. At 5% to the absolute position of the text number wrapper, and when we publish it, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. So let's scroll down. Yeah, it's not going down, so it looks pretty good. We're close. I just need to make the animation fast. So okay, so let's go to the number text wrapper and let's give it a padding of 3 rem, so the loading text gets inside the screen and doesn't go to the corner. The scroll is not looking good. Let's add percentage instead of virtual height and virtual width and see how it looks. Let's also increase the border of running circle to 1 rem. Let's go to the numbers animation and make it a bit fast. That looks good. Let's preview it. Let's play around with the running circle values to get it just right. Now the next step is to add a cover animation where the section goes up and the main heading or main section is revealed. Let's select section wrapper, go to the animation panel and add a new animation named section cover up. I spent a lot of time on this one because I tried to do it with the size action, but I just couldn't get it to work. I later tried with move and it worked perfectly, just what I was looking for. I have also given the section a bottom radius, so it's rounded a bit from bottom. Okay, so let's select the move action, set it as an initial stage. Add one more move and let's give it a value of -100% and see how it looks. Okay, so let's play around with the duration and ease presets to get it just right. Let's publish and see how it looks. It goes way too early. It goes up way too early. First, we want the running circle and loading animation to complete, then the section animation to start. So for this, let's add a delay of 3 seconds and see how it looks. It looks great. Now we want to kind of hide that rounded bottom and only reveal it when we cover up the section. So I played around with some values and I found the solution to be, I'll let you know later in the video, right? So for now, let's work on the main header or the hero section. Let's hide the preloader section so we can work on the main section. Let's add a div and name it section header. For the navigation, instead of building it from scratch, I'll just copy paste it from FlowKitPro. Let's copy this navbar and paste it in our project. Let's move this navbar out of the section and add a padding global div block. Let's add a container large div. Let's add one more div which will contain our main content. Let's name it header content. Now let's add the h1 heading, give it a class and change the font. Now let's add our headline text. Let's increase the size of the font to make it big. I want to add a call to action button and a play video button to it. I already have it in FlowKitPro, so I'm just going to copy paste it. Let's copy this awesome hero section as it has the button we are looking for. Copy and paste. We only need the button, so we will just copy the button wrapper and delete the rest of the section. Just like that. Paste the button wrapper below heading. We can't see the button because of the white background color. So let's add a padding button div for heading and the button. To get the text animation, we will have to add a gsap code to stagger the text from bottom, creating a mask-like effect where the text appears from bottom in a very smooth way. I absolutely love this effect. I'm definitely not a coder myself, so I followed web-based tutorial, and thanks to him, I got it to work. So first let's copy this code, go to the page settings and add it before the body section, body tag. Let's add the gsap library code as well. I took the code from the web-based video. So first let's change the class name to what we have given the name to our class, which is the main heading. I'll correct the code real quick. Now let's save it and publish to see if it works. And nothing here. Okay, now let's go to the code again and see what's wrong. Now that the code is updated, let's check it out again. It seems to work, but not quite we would want it to work. Let's add words instead of jars. Let's see. How it looks. Let's save and publish. Didn't work as well. Now guys, this took me a long time to figure out, but I finally did it. Okay, so I spent a lot of time, and after a lot of trial and error, I finally figured out what was going on. The trick is to add a span to each line, give it a same class like the span, and the most important step is to make it an inline block. It's the most important step. So by default, a text span is given an inline property. It took me a hell lot of time to figure this out. We need to select the inline block for the span and give it a height the same as of our text, which is 6.5 rem, and it kind of hides the overflowing stuff, so our text should come from the bottom but only visible when it's coming up, kind of like the bottom mask effect, right? Let's change the class name in the code as well, from the main heading to span. Let's save it and let's publish it and see how it works. And boom, it works perfectly. Let's see it again, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Now we just need to play around with the speed and chars or words to get it just right. Let's try the words and see how it looks. Save, publish. Yep, That's exactly what we are looking for. Now I'll change the logo and the color of the text and all. Awesome. Now let's see how it looks after changing the color. Let's publish it. And it looks absolutely beautiful. Now let's work on the preloader. As we can see, the navbar is visible in the preloader, which we don't want to be visible in the preloader animation. So what we'll do is make it relative and give it a z-index value less than the preloader sections. So let's give it 1. Let's see how it works. Okay, so we just need to change the background color to black, and great. Let's see the result. And it looks pretty great. Awesome. Now let's go to the main section and add a delay to our heading so it appears just after the preload animation is done. Let's go to the page settings and add a delay of 3 seconds. Let's save it, publish, and see how it looks. It looks good, but let's add a slight more delay. Let's change it to 3.5. Let's save, publish. And that's called perfection. It looks absolutely gorgeous, guys. Okay, now let's work on the preload section's height because it's still not right. So I played around a lot with lots of values, and the correct value was the 100% width and 100% height. I also added 100% virtual height to the main header and made some adjustment to the delay and speed of the animations. I also changed the numbers font and to match the main heading font, and I adjusted the height values of the numbers animation accordingly. Now let's look at the final result for once, and it looks absolutely perfect. So after the desktop, I optimized the design for all the screen sizes, including the monitor, tablet, and mobile landscape and mobile portrait. Alright, now let's look at our final design for one last time. And let's publish. Let's go to the URL, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this video. And yeah, as promised, I will share with you how you can copy paste this awesome award-winning animation into your projects within just a few seconds. So I have recently made this tool called FlowKitPro, and with this, my goal is to make FlowKitPro the best components library in the world. Right? So we have recently launched the early access phase of FlowKitPro, so you can get ahead of the curve early. And with this, we are including a special pricing for early access members to our early adopters. You can check out the pricing where you get unlimited access to all the components with lifetime free updates, with more unannounced features and award-winning animations, and like unlimited access to 500 plus components and animated plus static components obviously. And each and every design is built with client first v2, so you get the amazing flexibility. And yeah, so we have a lot of, and each and every design is optimized for monitors, desktop, tablet, and mobile landscape and mobile portrait. So yeah, just check out the FlowKitPro pricing. But if you're still seeing the pricing page, that means a few spots are still open. I've already received a huge response to FlowKitPro early access, and I'm going to close the registration very soon. So if you're seeing that pricing page still, so that means it's still open and you can still join the early access phase, right? So once you join the FlowKitPro, and then you can just click the copy component and paste it into your projects just like that. Alright, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. I would love to help you guys. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps, and don't forget to click that like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a great day. Thanks.